Good afternoon. Jude's tea time with Jude, even though I just have a glass of water. I've had so much tea today. And look at this, I'm in my living room. I thought it would be a smart idea, since see that opening right back there is where I had my table, my kitchen table. And so if I invited anybody over for dinner, which I haven't been able to do lately because of being isolated and sequestered and everything with the virus, it didn't really make any difference whether I ate there or ate in the dining room. But I thought, what a great idea if I moved over by the sliding glass door where I have this lovely little patio, and then we can have dinner there, and I can open up the sliding glass door and have the air come in, and what a great idea. And now I can't do that because we have a curfew. And so nobody is coming over unless they sneak around and come up the back way, and nobody wants to do that. I mean, there are way too many people that are doing that should not be doing it. It's definitely a time of more unrest. Probably very disconcerting for everybody involved, knowing that there is an actual cause out there, a real one, has been for a while. We have people protesting quietly, organized, and then we have, I don't know where they came from, supposedly the people that are looting are the ones that are 95% of them, at least from the 500 that they brought in and were arrested over the weekend, are from some other part of town. Though this is incredibly sad and disarming and in some ways even more uncomfortable than the virus, I think that might have something to do with the fact that we knew the virus was there. We didn't know what was going to happen with it, but we were just getting sort of comfortable with staying sequestered and being calm and finding out what it really felt like to be alone with our feelings and assess where we're going to go once everything opens up, which we can still do. However, these mass marauders, or whatever that terminology is, are making it very, very uncomfortable because we don't know where they're going and what their next move is going to be. Be that as it may, most of us, I know, are unfortunately home again, but at least we're safe. And however we have been thinking prior to this happening and starting last week, we may have found ourselves in a place right now where we need to pivot how we've been thinking. I thought I had it figured out. I thought I was like, okay, I got this now. And now this terminology has been going on for a little bit now. It's called pivot, which is like a basketball terminology. You know, when you keep one foot on the ground and you move around that foot, but you don't lift your foot off of the ground, which to me is a metaphor for how we move forward in our lives. And that, I mean, you can say you could change your mind, you can change your idea. To me, pivoting it means more about you have a goal in mind, you have an idea that you want to work towards, and outside influences start changing that dramatically for you. So it is kind of forcing you not to change your idea, but to pivot how you look at your idea, how you're going to bring your hope, dream, desire, whatever it is, to fruition, but it's a different way, where you stay grounded, so you keep one foot on the ground, but now you kind of pivot around that foot that's on the ground to explore what other possibilities there are to get to where it is you want to go to. And I think we're going to be hearing not only a lot about that, about pivoting, but we're going to be doing a lot of pivoting. And I wish that I could wake up in the morning and have a friend call me or turn on the TV and have them say, it's all gone away and everything is fine. But I think we all know in our heart that this has been a long time coming, and it's going to take a really long time for it to settle down. Because there's so many things that have been exposed and will continue to be exposed. And so what is our job right now as individuals? Well, I know what mine is. And for most of us who have always had a trajectory of being kind and loving and coming from a place of gratitude and joy and laughter and sharing, our job right now is to hold on to that feeling, that innate feeling of that we were brought into this world with, which is joy and loving, and to focus more on bringing that up and out as we share it into the world. In the spiritual world, it's called being a light worker. And I know for myself, I have had people say to me, well, you just bring light into a room when you come in, which I take as a huge, gigantic compliment, because it's not something that I have to work at. It's just something that I am and that I do. And I see that to be on purpose for what the world is needing right now and will be needing in months or years ahead is healing. And what is going to help to heal the world is the light, because there's a lot of dark out there right now. And we hear it on the news all the time, which is just an aside right there. It's time to stop watching the news. They're all saying the same thing. You can get a snippet of it. But be careful that you spend too much time, if you spend too much time there. Because it's, as I said on my last video, 70,000 thoughts a day. If you start watching the news first thing in the morning and you get engaged with it, and you're going to be changing channels, and you're going to be hearing the same thing, just coming from a different person over and over again, that's going to lend to a very stressful day. Not only to mention an evening when you're trying to sleep, not only to mention it's taking you out of your integrity. And your integrity as a human being, as a spiritual being having a human experience, it's all about taking these challenges and shifting them so that we look at the light and not the dark of them. That we don't end up going to Victimville, being surrounded by a chain link fence, not being able to get out, and being in a place where misery loves company. We don't have to go there. We absolutely do not have to go there. As I said before, your thoughts are just your thoughts. So it's a time to, if you need to, throughout the day, if you're going in one direction and it just doesn't seem to be happening right, if you're seeking a new career, which is what I'm trying to do, or I'm going to succeed at doing, see the change in words, then you have to pivot. You have to be willing to do it. Keep that one foot on the ground, shuffle around it, see that there are other ways to approach where it is that you want to go. Be careful running with the pack, because you see what one pack is doing right there and they're causing destruction. The other pack that you have to be careful with is to be around a lot of people who are buying into and falling into that abyss of negativity. We can all do this together. Find your posse, find the people that you know are there striving for better outcomes. Spend time with them, call them, unite with them, Zoom with them. Become a part of them. And if you are already there sharing your light, then you be the catalyst for the Zoom. You be the catalyst for the phone calls. You be the catalyst for the walks and share your light. I know I've said this before and I've written about it before, that this time more than anything, the world needs optimism and it needs healing. And I started saying that back in 2007, 2008. And Lordy, did we have any idea? No, we didn't. And here we are, no guarantees, except that we pull our best, the best of us forward. We put it out in front of us, we nurture it, we admire it, we take care of it, we keep it healthy, and we offer it to each and every person out there, whether they want to hear it or not. We are all asked to be the catalyst of change, and we can change this. Thanks for listening. Be safe. Talk to you soon.